Captain Spirit just got released, we got a date for Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, and a little teaser trailer, which means it's time to make some wild speculations. So get all the bean cans you can find and jump aboard the hype train. Life is Strange, of course, took the world by a storm. There's no doubt about that. It really made its mark with captivating storytelling, relatable characters, being OCD friendly, hipster vocabulary, and of course, memes.
You eat like a pig. Try the floor.
I was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane? I was eating those beans!
So we hit 3 games so far. Life is Silent. Life is Silent 2. Life is Memes. Life is Memes before the beans. Life is Beans before the memes. There we go. These titles, man, so confusing. But spin-offs aside, what was the theme? What was the biggest feature of Life is Strange? Well, one of it was the supernatural flavor that made the familiar and mundane world more exciting. And this is why Before the Storm was kind of underwhelming. Even though minute-to-minute gameplay was pretty good and the story was quite engaging, sure the backtalk was fun and all, but it wasn't really cutting it, now was it? So keeping that in mind, what can we expect from Silent Life 2? So this is what we know, apparently. Not only Captain Solid choices carry over to Life is Solid 2, but it would appear that Life is Silent choices may also somehow affect Life is Solid 2, as in his Captain Spirit files. Now I hope it's a minor effect, otherwise it means that we're gonna see a lot of old faces, which isn't ideal. But before addressing that, I want to first touch upon 2 things. Gameplay and characters. So gameplay-wise, there is only one question that needs to be asked. Will the main character have any supernatural powers? My take is yes. This was such an integral part of Life is Silent, and simply ditching it would be a big mistake in my book. Biggest! Plus remember that ending in Captain Spirit? Now I've seen some arguments that it's not real, that the kid is just imagining it as the fall wasn't really that dangerous and the snow was thick enough to protect him, but I don't really buy that. So I say having some sort of powers, hell, even Captain Spirit powers, but like actual ones, not imaginative, is a big yes. Which leads me to my second point, the character. I do think we're gonna see a whole new cast of characters, so there are a few possibilities. Number 1, it could be Captain Spirit himself. Now this is highly unlikely though, as it doesn't really make sense to release a prequel to a main game featuring the same character. It just doesn't seem very logical to me, unless it's Captain Spirit at an older age. Now that's a possibility. Number 2, those neighbors. Now, of course, you could say that it was not Chris who saved himself, but one of those guys who had some sort of telekinesis or gravity manipulation abilities, and you could be right. I think this one might also be possible. Also, one thing to consider, it was not really explained how Max got her powers, so by having supernatural powers, it would be possible to link those powers in the sense that they have a common source, and possibly even explain it somehow. Now I'd say though, explaining it might ruin the whole story, so let it just stay mysterious. Another one is Chris' dad. Now, this also could be a possibility. I know you might say he's not very charismatic and is depressed and this could be a risky move by Not, but if his arc is well developed, this could actually pay off. Max or Chloe, I highly doubt this one. Okay, we've been a teenager and we've been in college, there's no need to go back to it. I know a lot of fans, probably myself included, would like to see at least Max, but you gotta let it go, guys. Their story is finished, having a few references here and there is the best we can hope for at this point. What I would want to see is this. Life is Silly was also about struggles and how characters cope with it. This could be a good idea to bring in a new character in their mid-20s or maybe even early 30s. Possibly a dude, and build a story around an arc of a strong character that starts as being somewhat weak and indecisive, like some of us, but by the end turns into a confident beast. Now in this case, Chris's dad might be a good contender. And this is why I won't write him off just yet. Another thing, the backpack. Okay, this one's exciting. Since you can get the digital deluxe version.
What the fuck is digital deluxe?
And get a bunch of patches for your backpack, it's safe to say that it's gonna be either on you most of the time, just like with Max, or a part of your inventory. Otherwise, why would you spend the DLC money on the bullshit if you're gonna see it only once or twice? Makes sense. Now, backpack means few things. Traveling or being in a college or school again. Now, since we don't want to go back, there's a fair chance that we're gonna be traveling, and that's really exciting. Now, of course, they still might pull a big elephant out of the hat and give us more of Mac's story, and you know what? As long as the game is fun, I won't really mind it too much. Because it's meant to be fun. So if it's not fun,
why bother?
That being said, I like them to take the Final Fantasy approach. Brand new story with brand new characters, with recurring themes and some references to the older games. Just like with Final Fantasy, you got your, chocobos, you got your Moogles, you got your Dr. Moozets.
Dr. Moozets coming soon.
You're doing it wrong.
And this is the best way, in my opinion, to do the new games. You can have as many games as you want, like Final Fantasy, it's 15 now? And nobody seems to care, right? I mean, nobody seems to... You get what I'm saying. So just have a character with superpower and sneak in there some Easter eggs, sneak in there some, memes, some beans, some wowzers, some chillaxes, some are you serious, and some step ladders.
Ew! And pretty soon, they'll be stepping down the aisle. What the hell kind of therapist are you?
Just throw them in there and Bob's your uncle. But until that happens, cheers.
Why bother?
Eating those beans.
After 5 years,
If it's not fun,
doofus.
why bother?
Eating those beans!